Okay. Um, as you can see, it's really early. Actually, it's not that early in comparison to what time I thought should be up. Uh, Unfortunately, I just woke up from some disgusting dreams. Uh, and That's the things they do. There's gonna be some nastiness. Uh, and I'm hearing these people talking to me via V2K, the voice to skull, tell me how they're gonna get rich off me, uh, which I don't think is true, but they are making these incentives. So they this financial aspect that they definitely, I'm sure, is there. This is the kind of money that you don't want to make. That's the kind of money that you don't want to have. Making that kind of money will definitely comes back at a good price, and it will be properly reimbursed. Um, I just woke up from a disturbing dream where, and then this like try to create some sexual stimulation after that. This technology that is apply onto us target individual can manipulate dreams, right? This is something that you're gonna hear that a lot. Uh, Dream modulation is commonly utilized, uh, and for me, it's been disgusting because it's how they've been using this pedophilia type of conditioning, just like others. Now they don't do as much as they used to, so now it's more like every once in a while. But when this started with me on August 19, 2019, with the V2K and synthetic telepathy, that used to be like the every night thing. As I'm saying, speaking, they try to disturb me based on what they did earlier. Um, and so, for example, right now they made me have this dream where out of nowhere they make me imagine like this little baby. It's weird. This little black girl, like this like little chubby little girl, and they made her have like this like little dress, but kind of try to make it like sexual. But it's a baby still, like a 2 3 year old baby, and just like a fat little, not fat but like kind of like chubby, and they try to make her dress to be like a little lower, but and try to mix it with like a chubby little girl, but try to create some like curves like on a from a woman, so some disgusting mixture. And she's like a little black girl, really black little girl, and try to create these nasty stimulations. And I'm like, you guys are nasty low life. You guys are bottom. It's disgusting trash. And I'm like, I can feel like my tongue just being played with. And then later on, what they did to add some more sexuality is like they start making me think of a woman. I forgot if there was like a porn star woman or some woman with a lot of sexual appeal. To create sexual stimulation and to condition my brain in this sexual way. This is the things they've done to me so much. It is all about forcing men and women to have this sexual disgustingness. Now I'm just thankful that that's the kind of money I never made. That's why I'm thankful to God. These people sold their soul to pedophiles, and this nasty money. There's whatever incentive they got out of it is at a price which I'm glad I never had to pay for. I'm glad I never had to pay for this nastiness in regard of getting paid for, by the way, not even paid for, getting paid for doing this nastiness. Where you are training somebody's brain, you are conditioning somebody's brain in these disgusting pedophilia ways. But this is the things they've done to others. Um, as I'm saying, like everything they do, they've done this to others. It's nothing unique to me, and it's meant to break me down. And at the same time, it's meant to condition my brain in this nasty pedophilia way, which is disgusting. Um, Listen to this woman literally saying the same thing about these dreams and this when she closes her eyes, what they do. It is disgusting. It is foul, but that's what they do.
I also often see highly disturbing pornographic images and videos, including highly disturbing pedophilia type of images and videos when I close my eyes.
So, everything they've done to me has been validated that they do to to others. The sexual dreams, the dreams with pedophilia centric, the pedophilia image, like this is what they do, and it's meant to break me down. But this government, this, they are. When I say they, obviously are these perps who work for this governmental entity. The government is running programs, Department of Defense specifically, where they're utilizing their weapons onto human subjects, test subjects, and they are using this technology that is very sophisticated onto us. None of us are signed up for it, but unfortunately, this technology is meant to destroy our life, and they are developing the weapons and adding more advancement that's already there by continuously doing this consistent, systematic tactics to break target individuals for the purpose of the result they need to continuously improve this technology. It's like a machine learning technology, it appears, that's, with more subjects, the better it gets. I'm one of their subjects, and they go through this nastiness, including this pedophilia type of tormenting, which is consistently done to target individual. This is not the first person and the last person saying that. And I will not be the first, and of course I'm not the first, and I will not be the last, obviously, to say that this tactic are utilizing onto me. Is so foul. But they try to gaslight you over some of the random things. This technology can do so much to things to your body, your organs. Some things I obviously know they're doing to me. For example, this nasty manipulation of the pedophilia type of torture. For example, manipulating my dreams and then stimulating me. These things is what they do. It's obvious these people are very pedophilia centric, but I know that they are not doing all of the things they could do to me. So I'm expecting more manipulations happening, more things they're gonna do to me in regard with the technology. I think it's a matter of time where they're gonna really make me, at one point, hallucinate completely and things like that. And I know that every once in a while they play with my vision. I know there'll be a time where they make me go blind, because they can definitely mess with my vision big time. I know they can make me go deaf, but they haven't done that yet. And whenever they can do that, they'll do it. They're also doing things to my organs, and even something weird that just happens, like my leg earlier tonight was feeling like it was very loose, about like to break. My foot specifically. I wake up now, it's getting better. Right, so they do things that can manipulate you, and you're not truly sure like what really is happening there, right? Versus what they do psychologically, the way they make you see kids. This is things that you don't like, because it's like, look, this nastiness, this is disgusting. I know I'm being conditioned this way. You make me have this like little baby, this little girl in this weird way, and then try to train my brain to have sexual arousals, but making me think of then an actual woman, and make me have like sexual reaction to her, and then mix this thing together. I can see, like, I can describe this. This is what I'm experiencing. They literally do this pedophilia type of torture, and this is all the time. Every time I look at a little girl, every time they do this pedophilia type of torture, and it's something they've been training my brain in these disgusting ways. It's so nasty. And then they'll be like, no, what we're doing, we're making you think the way you thought. It's like, no, the way I thought when I was a kid. Which is nasty to even think that this is a logical thing for them to even try to present. But that's their job. Their job is to try to get you to accept these pedophilia things that they do to others, which you're going to hear systematically others saying the same thing. So, with that being said, the way they have to dumb themselves down, though, is ridiculous. They use childlike individuals who, at this point, like I said, they're being groomed by pedophiles. You're going to hear something you've heard before, that the entities running this program truly have problem with pedophilia. Truly. So, of course, these people talking to me, these perps, are just contracted civilians to implement these tactics. These tactics were there before them. They're just implementing the tactics that they've been doing to others. But these people coming up with these tactics have problem with pedophilia. The Department of Defense has an issue with pedophilia in regard of they have a lot of people downloading child porn and sharing child porn using the Department of Defense network. That's the kind of problem they have. They've been ranked 19th out of 2,900 in regard to sharing child porn within the United States. In regard of comparing all the network, their network was ranked 19th. The DoD network was ranked 19th out of 2,900, showing that they've been consistently at the top tier in regard of downloading, actually circulating child porn using their DoD network. Now you understand there's a clear pattern here that these entities have problems with pedophilia. Now these tactics have been coming up by them. These entities come up with these tactics, and then they use these bottom feeders who, whatever ways they're making their financial, if it's financial incentives, I don't think they're becoming rich off me, but I'm sure there's incentives that's financial, so I'm sure the money is pretty good. Rich maybe might be like them try to exaggerate reality, but either way, those entities empowering this low life are truly pedophilia centric, and these tactics that they utilize onto us are very pedophilia centric. And so whatever wealth or whatever they benefited from doing what they do is going to come at a price that is going to be collected properly. So it's so nasty. But they try to make me feel doubtful because their ability is more than what I know. So it is at times where I'm not sure if there's something they're doing or not, especially when it comes to anything electronically happening. I don't know when it's them doing something to whatever electronically, or it's just me not doing something right. I'm always on guard for that because I know that there's some ability that I'm unaware. So I try everything to double check. Like, let me see, is that me not doing something right? Or is that them doing something to my phone? Am I just, maybe if I wait for this and that? And so like earlier today, I was trying to check this app, this Verizon app. And actually last night, and I was having issue. I've been having issue with this Verizon app before. And I'm like, I don't know if it's them messing with me or this app actually has issues, right? So I'm like, let me try later. Maybe that's what's, and I keep trying. And thinking that maybe something with the app is happening. It's like, it's in the back of my mind that maybe these people are doing something, but I'm not sure. I don't know. Let me try again. I truly hope it's not true, because then it's something I can fix, something I can take care of easily. I can get to that, to whatever the results I want to. If it's them, then it's really depending on when they want me to, So I would rather have I prefer that it's me not doing something right, because that means I can do something about it. But if it's them, that means that I'm powerless, and they're gonna make me experience whatever they want me to experience. But having that in the back of my mind is because I know that they have so much capability to do so much messed up things to me. This program, it makes your whole ecosystem involved in this. When I was talking to people like on Verizon, right, for example, and this is not only Verizon, the reps, they start acting, they say the things that makes me know that they're perps. But this is not Verizon. It could be any reps from any company. They say the same thing to make you know that I know that you're a target individual and are participating in that. So they do the same thing with me. So when I'm having issue, sometimes I'm like, are they doing something or not? And the truth is, it was not them. At least I don't think the app has its own issue, but I don't think it was them, because I noticed I was waiting for something. I thought it was going to pop up on my phone, but I was supposed to go to the text and then go there. I was like, okay, that's what was supposed to happen. Okay, then thankfully I can fix that. Let me calm down and do that and try, and so I feel better about that. But like, you see, you thought it was us. It's like, no, I didn't think it was us, but I didn't think it was them. But I had that in the back of my head. It's like, is that maybe them doing something? But I kept trying over and over to see, like, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe, maybe the apps. But in the back of my head, I was like, maybe they're doing something. Now, the reason why I have that in the back of my head is because I'm paranoid in regard of what they've done before, or what they're capable of doing before, what they've done. So every time something happens, you ask yourself, is that them doing it, or is that me? Because you've been messed with before so much that now you're like, okay. And this is something that's just something that is going to be in your back of your head, because you know they're there to fuck with you, to mess with you, to disturb you, to annoy you, to agitate you. So that will always be in the back of the head. Now, you don't know if it's them doing it or not, but you know that these entities are there to disturb you, distract you, and make life hard for you. So with that being said, that is always going to be in the back of the head. But they use these moments where, when they're not the one doing these things to you, to then go back to the things they do to you that is pedophilia centric, to be like, no, you see, that's you. We thought it was us. No. These things is for sure guaranteed, that no doubt I know it's you guys manipulating my brain. I have no doubt I don't have, there's not something in the back of my head. I know you guys are forcing me to get these stimulations, these reactions, and I've been validated that you do that to others. The other things is things that are not known by me, but is something that I have in the back of the head saying, is that an issue that they're making me have? Because I know 24/7, that's what they try to do. So these things that you don't know, that you're not sure if they're messing with you, is something that is in the back of your head, because you know that throughout your day, throughout your life, they're going to try to disturb you. Now, you've been validated with the pedophilia type of torture, the stimulation, the sensation. Matter of fact, this dream I just had, that's disgusting. That's the typical things. It's the norm. It's what they do 24/7 when it comes to my psychological manipulations. The no norm is when I'm like, are they doing something? Is that something? Because this is not usually the norm. They do this kind of things. But they've done a few things here and there to let you know that they can't mess with you in this way. Is it today the day? Is it the case where it's one of these days they mess with you that way? And so you have that in the back of your head. But then, when today's not the day where they mess with you, but you just maybe didn't, press the wrong button, or you didn't wait for this to come up, they're like, oh, it's you see, and then they go back to the thing that you have no doubt about. You've been validated that they do, and you know they do these things 24/7. And they're like, yeah, this was that is also something that's you. It's you. We're not doing this pedophilia type of torture. Even right now, they're doing that right after making me have this nasty dream about a child. And then have this sexual dream about a woman right after making me imagine this child in these disgusting ways, and try to combine these two things together with no shame. These people, to do what they do, they have to be shamefulness. They have no shame. They have to be shameless. Sorry, they cannot have any shame. They cannot have no self-respect. So it's individuals who have accepted to be disgraceful and shameful, to gaslight you, to do these things to you, and to be able to cope with reality of what they do. And by the way, as I'm functioning, my ability to function is becoming worse and worse and worse. So things processing for me is becoming hard. So it's even easier for me to make not processing what I'm supposed to do, like reading or whatever. And so when I make a mistake or error, which is going to be more and more, then they'll use that too. It's like, you see, you thought this was that. It's like, no, first of all, my brain is being fried up 24/7. So my brain is going to go slower than before. I'm going to think my processing time and my way to my cognitive ability are going to be lowered and lowered and lowered. Matter of fact, they say they're going to make me senile, right? And I can see slowly me cognitively losing my state of intellect. So that makes it even easier for me to make these like errors, which they're gonna use that to be like, you see, these pedophilia things, it's not us, it's you. And by the way, I'm not thinking that it's really them. I'm thinking in the back of my head, are they doing this thing? Are they doing this? Like, you have that little thing, but I keep saying, I keep trying again to see maybe I'm not doing something wrong, because I'd rather have something. I'd rather me making a mistake, because that means I can fix that. than them playing with my phones or doing these things to my phone, because that means that it's up to them if I'm gonna be able to access what I'm trying to access. Regard of Verizon app, access my accounts and see my password and see my payment fee. So they use these things to just try to um, gaslight you, because you will always have that paranoia of asking yourself, are they, is that something they're playing with, or is this something they're messing with you? Because you understand that within this program, your whole life, they're going to make everything difficult for you. And because of that paranoia, you will go into any situation having in the back of your mind, are they going to play with me? Are they playing with me? Are they doing something? Is that them playing with me? Hoping that that's not true, because if it's not true, then it makes your life easier in the sense that, okay, then I can do something about this. And truly be like, okay, I'm glad it's not them, because now I can do something. But the way they play with this is like, oh, you see, that's proof. You thought it was us, it's not us. Here you go. This nastiness we do to you 24/7, it's not us, it's you. You thought it was us, just like you thought this was us. And try to have this kind of reason to gaslight you. But the reason why you now have them back in your head in regard of if they're messing with you, is because they've been doing to you so all kind of nasty things to you that now you're paranoid to the point where, what are they? Are they doing something here? Are they something they're gonna try to do to mess with me? You already validated that they do this pedophilia type of torture, they do this nastiness, they disturb you non-stop. This is a listen. This I will have no doubt. Every time I see a child, I can guarantee you there'll be some disturbing stimulation because of what they can make me experience. They're gonna manipulate me to experience nastiness. Even if there's no child, when I dream, they're gonna create this nasty condition when they want to. Now, the rest is when I'm on the phone, when if the phone is not malfunctioning or something is not going accordingly, or there's a little bit of issue there, then you're like, is there something they're doing, or is that just like me not doing something right? That's when you ask those questions. When you're on your computer, you're doing something. Are there something they're doing, or so that's the difference. But they're gonna try to gaslight you in every way possible to make you doubtful about the things they do 24/7, which is for me this nasty pedophilia type of torture.